guys. Okay, so this is In the Raw. Okay, so this is the fourth part and the last part of the series of lie, manipulation, and gaslighting. And I just want to put my closing in and closing touches on the whole topic and everything that I've explained so far. But my thing is that I feel like if you stay in situations, abusive situations like that for too long, they could end up manipulating you into making you feel, responsible for cleaning up their mess that they created, that they know that they created. You know what I'm saying? They'll make you feel guilty for that. And the thing is that they all know how they behave. They know exactly what they did. They know what they did. They know how they behaved. They know how they reacted. And they will sit there and try to make you feel guilty and responsible for all of it because they don't want to take accountability for the things that they have done. My thing is that the end result of all of that is you could end up having trust issues with yourself, or you could end up gaslighting yourself, meaning, oh, well, maybe I'm overreacting. If you are, and you're pretty much dead on point. You are on point. You done figured it out. You got it all together. I'm not getting ready to start crying. This is not hurting me. When you're on the verge of crying, or you're already crying, you know what I'm saying? Or this is not upsetting me in any kind of way. I'm not feeling any pain. I'm just overreacting. It could lead you to gaslight your own self if you don't get out of situations like that. Another thing is that they will threaten to leave you. And it's not even really leaving you because they need you. So they're not really leaving you. They're just saying that they're going to leave you because they want to feel like they want to make you feel bad. They want to make themselves feel empowered, like they have control over the situation. So they will sit up there and, threaten you that they're going to leave you because you ain't, cleaning up this mess, or you're calling someone out, you're calling them out on whatever situation. So let me give you an example, because I explain better than I do, the illustrations are better than, me trying to explain sometimes. But when I was with the covert, the female that he had on the side, or the female that one of the females, that he told me that was, just a friend of his, for some reason, he was using her credit card. You know what I mean? He was using her credit card. He had her credit card in his wallet and things like that. If the roles were flipped and, he used, like, my thing is that he used her credit card to buy him and I a drink when him and I were on a date one night. So my thing is that if we're in a long-term relationship and if the roles were flipped and I was using another dude's credit card and he asked me about it, it would be a problem. Like, you hear what I'm saying? It would be a problem because it would be more like, are you sleeping with this dude? Are you this and that? But because it's them, they feel like they should be allowed to do whatever it is that they want to. And that's just not the case. Why is it that if the roles were flipped, you would be able to ask those questions, but I can't ask those questions? So you hear what I'm saying? Like, and then after that situation, when I had a problem with that, I was just so wrong for calling him out on it. So he had to be like, I don't want to be with you anymore type thing. And it was very childish. It was it was ridiculous because I called you out on using another female's credit card to buy us a drink, and not only just any other woman. It was a woman that's constantly a problem in our relationship, but you're using her credit card. You hear what I'm saying? So because I called him out on that situation, he now wants to dead the whole, relationship. But it's not just to dead the relationship. It's just to give him some empowerment and to make him feel good, but to make me feel like, oh, well, I shouldn't have never said that. So it kind of shames, he's trying to shame you at the same time while he's trying to get this empowerment. So my thing is that, like, listen, this is abuse. And a lot of women and men, because I'm a woman, so I'm speaking from a woman's standpoint, but a lot of people are dealing with this. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. A lot of people are dealing with this sort of treatment, and it is abuse. And this is what happens. This is what you allow people to do to you when you are allowing somebody to rewire your system. It's just crazy. So, but in their defense, and in a small defense, really, someone did these things to them. Let's just be real. I always tell my baby girl, my daughter, whenever you see people out in the street and they act like this and they act like that, you see people in school and da-da-da-da-da, they are a product of their environment. I believe strongly about that. They are a product of their own environment, and everything always goes back to the home. It always goes back to what happened and that child, with that child under their roof when they were growing up. And that's just honestly what I believe, because I feel like a person is going to treat you how they were taught to, how they were treated, So if this individual was not being treated well growing up, if they were being ignored, if they were emotionally being ignored, they weren't allowed to express their feelings, then how do you think they gonna deal with you, either as a friend or in a relationship, or any kind of relationship for that matter? How do you think they gonna treat you if they weren't allowed to express themselves or have emotional expressiveness growing up? How do you think they're going to treat you? They're going to treat you the same way how their parents treat them, or how their siblings treated them, or whatever treatment that they had up under that home. And there are some certain situations where it doesn't even it doesn't even be that way. The child could turn out to be, completely different, but I will add that in a different video, because growing up in a home where you are emotionally suppressed, where your emotions are suppressed, and which is very important for a child growing up, don't always have to turn out to be a narcissist. They can turn out to be something else. Like, do you hear what I'm saying? So it just depends. But I just want to put my closing and, endings on that. And I just want to let y'all know that, it took me a minute and a half to get out of it, because I think I was more scared to get out of these situations than anything. I didn't know what was going to happen, so I was afraid to get out of the situation. I'm the type of person that don't like to rock the boat, because I just don't like drama. I don't like that, so I try to steer away from it as much as possible. But sometimes you just gonna have to pump the brakes on stuff, and you just gonna have to just get the heck on out of there, because at the end of the day, it's not worth an individual like that rewiring your system. It's just not. It's not, because it causes you way too much heartache, way too much stress, you don't trust nothing down the road. You don't trust anybody down the road. All of these after effects that come with it, it's not worth it for that individual. So stand strong, stand in your own power, and take your power back. All right. And that's just my closings for the lies and the manipulation and the gaslighting for part 4. And I hope y'all tune in for my next ones. All right. Take care now. Bye.